I need you calm. Okay, no matter what happens, you gotta stay calm.
I told you I don't know these movies. I don't ask me about something I do know. Ask me about It Follows. Ask me about Hereditary. Ask me about The Witch.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Why We Love Horror Trivia. This is the first week that we're not going live. We're pre-taping these episodes so we can give you more trivia content every Friday night. But I promise this will be a fantastic night. Last match being played under the old rules as well. A lot of great competitors. Two guys who are absolutely at the tip top of the rankings. I'm not going to even waste any more time. Let's bring in, I'm going to bring in the higher ranked competitor first. I'm going to bring in, he's our number 2 ranked competitor in the league. The Hitman, Hunter Chambliss. Hunter, how have you been? It's been a little bit since we've seen you, but we're going to see a lot more again now that we're taping more matches. How you feeling?
It has been a while. I am glad to be back and taking on a very good friend of mine, Jeremy Adams. This is going to be a fantastic match. Hopefully, I can keep pace with Jeremy. So let's see what's going to happen.
No shock you chose the Scream franchise. I assume you still feel confident.
Oh, without a doubt, yes. I just did a rewatch, so.
All right. Well, let's bring in your opponent. No stranger to you. No stranger to the trivia community. Jeremy Adams. Technically, I believe, let me double check those rankings. I think you're the number 3 ranked competitor.
Nice.
You also are undefeated at the moment. You're tied with a bunch of people who are 2-0. Hunter's a little bit higher because he's had more matches. Jeremy, how are you feeling this evening?
You know, I always come into the horror matches feeling trying to keep my confidence up. I always feel like I'm going to get to a bunch of stuff I don't know because it's just horror can go really deep. But I'm trying to feel confident. I overperformed what I thought I would do last time. But more than anything, I am excited to be playing Hunter. I've played him before in horror trivia, and I've been wanting that rematch. So I am excited. Yeah, let's see how this goes tonight.
He's out for revenge.
Yeah, you guys have both been here before. You know how round 1 works. Round 1 will not change under the new format. It is our semi-speed round. There's 8 questions. Hunter chose 4 categories. Jeremy chose 4 categories. There's 8 questions total. I'm going to ask you all 8 questions. If you do get all 8 questions right, which happened last week, Shannon answered all 8 questions correct, there is a 9th bonus question. And then in round 1, throughout the course of the match, actually, you get 3 repeats in a challenge. How that works in round 1 is if your time is running out, and only when time is running out. If you'd like to use a repeat, I'll add 20 seconds to the clock, and we can repeat questions you might have misheard or you want to hear a second time. Any questions?
Nope.
All right, so number your boards 1 through 8. I'll give you a little second to do that. And I will start with your first question, which comes in the category of movie release dates. What year saw the releases of the sequels Jaws 2 and Damien Omen 2? Your second question in the Scream franchise. How many Scream movies feature either a character falling to their death or having their body fall from a height after they have been killed? Your third category is Stephen King adaptations. Movies like Cujo, Needful Things, and The Dark Half are all set in what fictional Maine town? Moving on to Mike Flanagan directed. Who plays Dr. John Dalton, the leader of Dan's AA group in Dr. Sleep? Moving on to Hammer Horror Productions. Of the 7 Frankenstein films released by Hammer, how many weren't directed by Terrence Fisher? Moving on to the category of Jordan Peele. In Us, what is the name of a tethered character that is doppelganger?
I'm sorry, you broke up on me.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me now or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. In Us, what is the name of the tethered character that is Zora's doppelganger? Moving on to the 1970s. Aside from the opening scenes of the film, during the events of The Omen, Robert is the U.S. ambassador to what country? For your final question, in the 2020s, who directed all 3 Fear Street movies? And your chance to use a repeat will expire. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Hunter, let's look at your board first, see what you got.
All right, so I have 1983, Thor, Derry, Bruce Greenwood, 1, Angel, didn't have 7, and Lee Janik.
And Jeremy.
I had 1978, 3, Castle Rock, Bruce Greenwood, 2, didn't have it, England, and didn't have it.
Okay. Well, at the end of round 1, I have Jeremy in the lead with a score of 5-3. Let's go over the answers. Jaws 2 and Damien Omen 2 did come out in 1978. There are 4 Scream movies where somebody falls to their death or their body is dropped, that being 2, 3, 4, and 6. The Stephen King movies all take place in Castle Rock. Bruce Greenwood plays John Dalton. There are 2 Hammer horror Frankenstein films not directed by Terrence Fisher. Zora's doppelganger is Umbre in Us. He is the ambassador to the United Kingdom, England, correct? And Lee Janiak did direct the Fear Street movies. Okay, moving on to round 2. Round 2, under this format, which will change next week. Actually, it'll change in the next match, to be honest with you, the match following this match, which we'll talk about later. Jeremy, you're in the lead. You're both going to get 4 questions, multiple choice questions in a category you picked. Jeremy, you picked the Exorcist franchise. Hunter picked the Scream franchise. 2 points, drop down to 1 for multiple choice, and steals are available. Do you want your questions in the Exorcist first, or do you want Hunter to answer his Scream questions first?
I want to get the pain over with. I'll do my Exorcist first.
Okay. Your first question in the Exorcist franchise, excluding Exorcist Believer because we're nice. We don't want to deal with that. The fallen crusader holding the Pazuzu head at the beginning of Exorcist had been slain with what kind of weapon?
I'm going to go multiple.
All right. Is it A, arrows, B, an axe, C, a sword, or D, a spear?
D, spear?
That is incorrect. Chance for a 1-point steal, Hunter. The choices again: A, arrows, B, axe, C, sword, or D, spear.
Axe.
Also incorrect. Tried and true. He was killed with a sword. Sword sticking out of him when he finds the body. Your second question. In The Exorcist, when Chris comes home to the empty house and Regan's window is open, Sharon returns saying she left the house to get what drug specifically?
Placed it face down so that I could kill whatever he played the following turn. He as expected played an ultimate, putting me at 3,500 health immediately, meaning a Gate Guardian, Meteor Black Dragon, or purposely ultimate Great Moth.
I'm going to take a repeat.
My hands
Your first repeat?
and one equip. Meaning
In The Exorcist, when Chris comes home to the empty house and Regan's window is open, Sharon returns saying she left the house to get what drug specifically?
and I have to hope I
Absolutely know it, but it's just not coming to me. Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, Ritalin, B, Thorazine, C, Valium, or D, Haldol?
That's the turn.
B, Thorazine.
It is Thorazine. That is correct.
Kills my twin head
Good job.
and leaves the game up to chance. Which,
Your third question.
but in this
When the
moment,
Turkana elders demand the church be reburied in Dominion, Granville remarks that due to the fact that they are armed, they are not dressed for what activity?
I make the twin-headed, and I beat his Gate Guardian. He follows up with a weaker monster. I then draw my widespread ruin.
Multiple choice.
No way of losing.
All right. Is it A, croquet,
And with the game in my
B,
hand,
cricket,
I finally
C,
defeated
fiddle
Double
playing, or D, ballroom dancing?
just about 30 hours.
B, cricket.
I have a lot of fun.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, croquet, B, cricket, C, fiddle playing, or D, ballroom dancing?
I love this game.
Ballroom dancing.
Fusions didn't make sense to me.
That is correct. For 1-point steal.
Let's go.
I lost my
Before I
mind.
go on to the next question, is somebody watching like a D&D podcast or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
something's loud. Is that you, Hunter?
Sorry. Yeah. Let me.
All right.
All right. Your fourth and final question in The Exorcist. When Sharon is recounting the events of Regan's exorcism to Father Lamont in Exorcist II, The Heretic, she stated she stayed away from Regan for how many years after the incident?
Thank God. 2 years.
2 years is correct.
Finally.
Good job.
All right. Hunter, are you ready for your questions in the Scream franchise?
I am.
All right. Your first question. In Scream 2022, how many missed calls does Wes have on his phone when he gets out of the shower?
3.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 2-point steal. Jeremy, I'll read you the question. In Scream 2022, how many missed calls does Wes have on his phone when he gets out of the shower?
5.
Also incorrect. His mom only called him once. He only has 1 missed call.
Oh, okay.
All right. Your second question in Scream. Why doesn't Sidney remove the mask from Ghostface after the cop car crashes in Scream 2?
She hits the hold on.
5, 4.
Repeat the question.
No, probably your first repeat. Why doesn't Sidney remove the mask from Ghostface after the cop car crashes in Scream 2?
She hits the horn with her elbow, thinking she woke up Ghostface.
That's more detail than I needed. That's correct. She hits the car horn. Your third question. What does Sam initially say her alibi is when asked about her whereabouts during the initial murders in Scream 6?
Oh, she was with her therapist.
That is correct for 2 points. You have a tie game, and you're going on to your fourth question. When Judy and Dewey interrupt Sidney's book signing in Scream 4, they're following a lead on what piece of evidence from the original crime scene?
Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, a phone, B, a note, C, a fingerprint, or D, a footprint?
A phone?
That is correct.
I should have known because it was fucking found in Sydney's car. I was thinking about that, but...
Well, they traced the phone to that location.
Yeah.
All right. So, Hunter, you have a 1-point lead, 9-8, going into round 3. Round 3 is our wheel of movie synopses. You'll spin a wheel 3 times to get your 2, your 3, and your 5-point question. You do get 1 respin if for some reason you don't like it. The categories in the wheel today, 1980s, 2020s, body horror, literary adaptations, and slashers. Hunter, you have the option to spin first or for Jeremy to spin first. What would you like to do?
I'll spin first.
Okay, here is your 2-point spin. You get the 1980s. You want to keep that or spin again?
Let's keep it.
Okay. Your 3-pointer. Literary adaptations. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
Let's spin again.
All right, you must take these 2 spins then. You're going to get slashers.
Okay.
And your final 5-point spin will be in body horror.
Okay.
Jeremy, you're 2.
Okay.
Body horror. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
Yeah, I'll keep it.
All right, your 3-pointer. The 2020s. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
Let's spin again.
All right, here are the 2 categories you must take. The 1980s. I'm sure you're happy with that. And your 5-pointer is in the 2020s. Okay, Jeremy, we're going to start with you since you are behind by a point. We're going to remove that. Are you ready for your 2-pointer in body horror? All right, your first question for 2 points. A small South Carolina town is taken over by an alien plague, turning residents into zombies and all forms of mutant monsters. Name that movie.
Forms of mutant monsters.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat, please.
No problem. That's your second repeat.
Yeah.
A small South Carolina town is taken over by an alien plague, turning residents into zombies and all forms of mutant monsters.
Slither?
That's Slither. Yeah, don't
Yeah,
overthink it.
it is Slither. Good job, Jeremy.
All right, Hunter, your 2-pointer in the 1980s. Are you ready?
Yep.
A couple who participated in a potent medical experiment gain telepathic ability and then have a child who is pyrokinetic. Name that movie.
Firestarter.
That is correct. Jeremy, your 3-pointer in the 1980s is this. An ordinary teenage boy discovers his family is part of a gruesome orgy cult for the local aristocratic elite. Name that movie.
Society.
That is correct for 3 points.
Society is so messed up.
Yeah.
Hunter, your
love it.
3-pointer is going to be in slashers. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. A group of reality show contestants find themselves fighting for their survival against a family of hideously deformed inbred cannibals who plan to ruthlessly butcher them all. Name that movie.
Repeat the question, please.
Sure, that's your second repeat. A group of reality show contestants find themselves fighting for their survival against a family of hideously deformed inbred cannibals who plan to ruthlessly butcher them all. Name that movie.
The Cabin in the Woods?
That is unfortunately incorrect. We're looking for Wrong Turn 2, Dead End. That is Wrong Turn 2.
Oh, okay.
I had a feeling it was one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your final question, which you have to hit to send it back over to Jeremy, is your 5-pointer in body horror. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. While on her bachelorette party getaway, Casey, the bride-to-be, encounters unknown insects and is bitten. At first, she's fine, but when she returns home, she experiences vast changes to her body. Name that movie. And 5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
Your final repeat. While on her bachelorette party getaway, Casey, the bride-to-be, encounters unknown insects and is bitten. At first, she's fine, but when she returns home, she experiences vast changes to her body. Name that movie.
Congratulations, Jeremy. Cabin Fever?
And your winner, moving on to the championship match, Jeremy and Adam Adams. That movie is simply called Bite. Bite. That is Bite.
I've never seen it, so
Check it out if you haven't seen it. But we will go to our post-match interviews, starting with Hunter. Hunter, after the screen questions, man, you were in the lead, and I thought you had everything in position. How you feeling? I'm sorry, but we're gonna see you again. But how you feeling right now?
yeah. I felt really good after the Scream category. I really should have thought over that West question a little bit more. I thought she called him multiple times as trying to frantically trying to call him. So I should have just thought that, yeah, she only called him once in the film. Jeremy did amazing in this match. Society was a great pull for that 3-pointer. I just couldn't get my 3 and 5, but overall, I feel like I'm doing way better in this league than most leagues. I showed that I do know my horror, and that it just comes down to what you know and what you don't know in round 3.
Are you looking forward to the format changes coming up with a wheel with more categories rather than one tight category for round 2?
That will give a lot more opportunities in round 2 to kind of randomize it. So that does seem like it's a good change. I can't wait to see what it'll look like overall. But yeah, man. I had a lot of fun today. Thank you for having me on.
And don't go anywhere. Because I don't know if you know this, but you and Jeremy have joined the teams tournament. We're not taping that match right away, but it will follow this match. So are you looking forward to the teams match? Getting a team up with Jeremy instead of playing them. How you feeling about that?
Jeremy came to me and asked if he wanted to team up. I said, of course. He's a legend in this trivia space. So we are the Scream Kings, and we are looking forward to dominating the team's tournament.
Well, I'll see you in a few days when we're taping, but I'm going to see you in a few minutes on this air. So I'll see you in a little bit.
All right, man. See you.
All right. Another man I'll see you again in a minute. Jeremy Adams. Jeremy, you are moving on to the championship match to be scheduled soon against Luis Bus. How you feeling?
I'm amazed. Yeah, I really didn't see this coming. Full disclosure, it's cold and flu season. I haven't been feeling 100%. Had some bronchitis, so it's like, oh, can I even remember anything? And thankfully, I was able to remember some things today. And yeah, Hunter played a great match. I knew that round 2 was going to be brutal for me. Unfortunately, I literally just watched Exorcist 3, and of course, that one didn't come up. So it's just the way the luck goes sometimes. But yeah, just being able to kind of keep not consider myself out and keep with it in round 3 got me there. And I'm as surprised as anybody. And I really do respect Louis. I've seen a couple of his matches, and I think that's going to be a really fun challenge. So yes, I'm excited.
And same question I asked Hunter. Obviously, you guys have thrown your hat in the ring for the teams tournament. That match is coming up next. It's coming up in a few days in real time. How you feeling about that match?
It's really funny, John. You put the sign up there. We're going to do teams next year, and I'm like, well, who would I want to play with? Hunter. Let me reach out to Hunter, and then maybe in a few months, we'll see a match and stuff. And here we are. It's like a week, and we're playing a match. It was a bit of a surprise, but I'm excited. And yeah, as he said, we're the Scream Kings because obviously he loves Scream, and I'm a Stephen King guy. So I think there's 2 different bases of knowledge that are going to help us do well. And I'm excited. No matter what happens in this next match everyone's about to watch, we're excited going forward no matter what. So it's going to be awesome.
All right. I think I might be breaking up a little bit. Am I still coming through okay to you, Jeremy?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'm going to close this one out then. We'll see you in a little bit. So stick with us. That was just match number 1. Time will pass in real life, but another match is coming up right after this.
Hello, and thank you for your business. Why not stop by our refreshment stand? We have all kinds of special treats, but don't take my word for it. Take it away, fellas!
Come on, take a stroll to the snack bar, bring your friends by. Come on, take a stroll to the snack bar, have a good time. Popcorn for all, hell's on its way. Come on, take a stroll to the snack bar, have a good time.
2 minutes till showtime. There's still plenty of time to visit the refreshment stand.
Come on, take a stroll to the snack bar, have a good time. have a good time.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that intermission. Now we're here for the second half of the show where we're kicking off the teams division. We've got 8 teams, and Brian Nussbaum, I'm sure you're watching. I will cover just who those 8 teams are at the end because I just didn't prepare it yet. But I'll tell you who they are, I promise, at the end of the teams. But starting things off, you literally just saw these guys play for the number 1 contendership. It's the Scream Kings, Jeremy Adams, Hunter Chambliss, the Hitman, the Atom. Guys, now you're joining forces in this 8-team tournament. I'll ask Hunter first. I know you like to talk. So how do you guys feel?
Me personally, I'm super excited. Jeremy is a legend in, this space. So it's great that, he's great at like the older horror. I got really the newer horror. So like we balance each other out very well. So hopefully we can get the W tonight.
Jeremy, your thoughts?
Yeah, when I saw that there was going to be a team division, Hunter came to mind right away. I mean, the guy used to run, a horror division, and he and I are good friends for years now. And I was like, first name I thought of. He loves Scream. I love Stephen King, the Scream Kings. It works on multiple levels, and I think we're going to have really fun in this division, and I'm excited.
Well, there's 2 gentlemen here tonight who are trying to play spoilers. You know them. I know them. It's the Traps of Perfection. Mr. Henry, Confidential Sanchez, Mr. Austin Pez Howell, and I'll put myself in the middle here. Guys, well, Pez, you've been here before. You know how it works. Henry, you were gone for a little bit. Now you're back. How are you guys feeling as a team against these gentlemen over here?
Well, I've played Jeremy Adams in a singles match, and that one, I was competitive with him. We came down to the last question or so, I feel confident that I can at least hang a little bit. Henry takes trivia very, very seriously and passionately. But I think we've done well in those spontaneous nights where we've kind of joined up in little exhibitions here and there, and we balance each other out pretty well. I know a little bit more of the older, obscure stuff. He's really up on current horror as well, and the franchises that he loves, he really loves. So, I think we'll do pretty well.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
That's what Hunter said. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's a very similar promo because it's a similar situation. Yeah. Like that's kind of what it is.
Me and Pez have been good buds now for a minute, and other than the fact that me and Jay have been partners as 21% in general trivia for a long time, Pez is someone that's like, hey, in theory, if I ever need a new partner because of whatever reason, you would be like first on my radar because, we mesh so well together. And then horror came up, and obviously Jay's not a horror guy. So I'm like, hey, bud, do you want to finally fulfill that dream of partner up together? Yeah, so
officially in a league, or in an official kind of setting, not just like a spur of the moment. Hey, what are you doing in 10 minutes? You want to be my partner in this thing? That sort of setting.
It's also a very special night. Obviously, Hunter and Jeremy did just play in the number 1 contenders match. That was the final match under the old format. This is the first match under the new format, what I'm calling kinder, gentler horror trivia. Not everything is deep cuts. It's trivia for the everyman. So I'm sure people will disagree and still say it's too hard. That's fine. With that being said,
you write my private messages to Pez and text this. Yes,
I fully expect the same level of 5-point plot or plot synopsis.
Yeah, plot synopsis isn't going to change, Pez. No matter how much you write your senator, it's not going to change.
I know. I fully expect that.
The new round one. The new round one in the teams format. Teams have chosen 4 categories each for a total of 8 questions. Questions will be read one at a time, and contestants will have 15 seconds to answer them on their whiteboards. Correct answers are worth 1 point apiece. A 9th bonus question is available in the event a player or players get all 8 questions correct. For the duration of the match, each team gets 4 repeats and a challenge. Any questions before we get started then, guys?
Nope.
All right, then. Your first question is going to come in the realm of Stephen King. And the question is, who plays Colonel Abraham Curtis in Dreamcatcher? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Jeremy.
Morgan Freeman.
And Pez.
I've seen a long time ago. I just guessed Stephen Lang.
And Hunter.
I said Jason Lee.
He's in it. And Henry.
I said William Hurt.
Jeremy got it right. It is Morgan Freeman.
Let's go, Jeremy. Good job.
Your second question comes in the category of the Saw franchise. To date, how many entries in the franchise has Kevin Grutter directed? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pez
3 entries.
and Hunter
I said 1.
and Henry
6, 7, and 10. 3.
and Jeremy.
3.
3 is correct, and we're all tied up. Your third question comes in the Scream franchise. During the events of Scream 4, what is the most recent stab movie that has been released? And just a number is fine. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hunter
Stab 7.
and Henry
I also said stab 7.
and Jeremy
7.
and Pez.
I also said stab 7.
Not fooling you guys. Stab 7.
Hey,
the
all
entire
right.
marathon, they play all
Let's
7.
go.
First
That's a long ass marathon in that barn. I'll tell you that. Holy
They're there
shit.
all day.
Jesus.
This fourth question is going to come to you in movies directed by M. Night Shyamalan. How do Warren and Warren administer the experimental drugs to their test subjects in Old? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Henry
T.
and Jeremy
I said a gas.
and Pez
I don't know if you'll need to be more specific, but I said the free food and beverages.
and Hunter.
Yeah, so I said through food and drinks.
I'll accept Pez and Hunter. I can't accept tea because it's more than just tea. And yeah,
Okay.
it's through their drinks. If the drinks,
Yeah.
the free drinks they get is correct.
Okay.
Your fifth question comes in the category of the 1980s. What was Peter Jackson's directorial debut? Happened in the 80s. So, it's not Return of the King. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're back up to Jeremy
Bad Taste.
and Pez
Bad taste.
and Hunter
I said Dead Alive, so that's wrong.
and Henry.
I didn't have anything.
Bad taste is correct.
Good job, Jeremy.
Everyone keeping pace. We're still tied up as we go to the 1990s. What was the subtitle to the second Candyman film?
Pez, this is my favorite category. You know this.
Those pesky subtitles. I love them.
Unfortunately, in horror, that's going to come up a lot.
I know.
Yes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pez
Farewell to the flesh.
and Hunter
Farewell to the Flesh.
and Henry.
I didn't have enough time to finish writing, so I don't know if you accept this, but more candy, bitch.
And Jeremy.
Farewell to the flesh.
Hunter, I think you were missing the word "the" on your board. I think yours just said "farewell to flesh."
Oh, did it?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure it did. So I'm only going to accept Jeremy and Pez.
Yeah, that's fine.
Luck strikes again.
Moving on to the Halloween franchise. How is Brady killed in Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers? Who the fuck is Brady?
That's my question.
I'm just going to guess a famous one in that movie with a male.
5, 4.
Repeat the question, please.
That's your first repeat. How is Brady killed in Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers?
Are you looking for a general answer?
If you get it right, you're going to get it right.
Okay.
That was my attempt to get you. Give me a hint.
He definitely dies.
It was a veteran move.
1. Hunter
Pipe through the head.
and Henry
I said blown up.
and Jeremy.
Decapitated.
and Pez.
Is he the one that's stabbed with a gun?
That's a woman.
Oh, no?
Jeremy
Oh,
was the
okay.
closest, but his head is just crushed.
Oh,
He's not
okay.
gonna-
All right. I thought it was the dude that got, like, I remember him stabbing with, like, a shotgun.
That's the
Somebody's like,
deputy. Well, that's the sheriff's daughter, the deputy.
okay, that's right. Okay.
Your final question comes in Friday the 13th. My personal. Hey, look at this. My personal.
Hey, I've heard that.
How are Reggie and Demon related in Friday the 13th: A New Beginning?
Oh, those damn enchiladas!
You're giving them hints now, Hunter.
There's two possibilities. Now there's one.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Henry.
Brothers.
And Jeremy.
Brothers.
And Pez.
I said cousins.
And Hunter.
Brothers.
They are brothers. So that means the Scream Kings will take a 1-point lead. No perfect rounds. And if you love those damn enchiladas, just so you know, coming soon to multiplex fandom teams, myself and Anthony Tisdall are those damn enchiladas. Coming.
Yes.
So we're going to be moving on to round 2. We got Scream Kings in the lead. Let's talk about how round 2 works in this kinder, gentler format. It's the first of 2 wheel rounds. The team in the lead now has the option, if they would like, to spin the wheel first or defer to their opponents who will spin first. The wheel consists of all 8 categories we just heard in round 1, plus slices that are labeled spinner's choice and opponent's choice. 1 respin is available unless it lands on a choice slice. Each category consists of 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. There's an option to get multiple choice answers. Then the question drops down to be worth 1 point. In the event of an incorrect answer, the opposing team can steal for the current point value. All right, so Jeremy and Hunter, you guys are in the lead. Do you want to spin first or defer? And I will bring in one of these wheels.
All right, Jeremy, it's up to you. I would say going first would be better because we can get, more of a lead going forward, but it's up to you.
Yeah, let's go first.
All right, so we'll go first.
So on the wheel, obviously, you just heard all these categories, but on the wheel, you got spinner's choice, opponent's choice. Of course, you got Stephen King, Saw, Scream, M. Night Shyamalan, the 80s, the 90s, Halloween, and Friday the 13th. Here is your first spin. And it lands on Stephen King. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
All right, Jeremy, I know you're really good at this, so if you want to go for it, I'll trust you.
Yeah, I want to keep it.
Good. Take that shit off the wheel. Good.
Then we will keep Stephen King.
Hey. Because I'd be cool with almost anything else on that wheel. So
You brought.
You guys allowed to confer all you want on these questions. You do have 15 seconds, though, to answer. Your first question in Stephen King. Who plays Paul's agent, Marcia, in Misery?
That's Lauren Bacall. Final answer.
And that's correct for 2 points.
Let's go. Good job, Jeremy.
Your second question. Norm, the employee that is pulled out of the loading bay by tentacles in the mist, had what job in the supermarket?
He was like the bag boy.
The bag boy you want to go with?
Yeah. What is there another term for that? Bag?
I don't think so. Like bag boy, I think is just the answer. So
let's go multiple choice just in case. Yeah, I want to be off on a technicality.
Is it A, stock person, B, cashier, C, janitor, or D, bagger?
Bagger.
I mean, some of these are so close in what they are, but I'm pretty sure he was the bagger. So
Right.
D bagger. Yeah, bagger. Final answer.
That's correct. He's the bag boy. I would have accepted bag boy. I'm not.
Damn it.
It's fine.
All right.
Better safe than sorry.
Your third question. Besides the church, the other abandoned building that people trapped in the field find in the tall grass was what type of building when it was operational?
I haven't seen this one, Jeremy. So
multiple on this one.
Yeah.
Multiple? All right. Is it A, a bowling alley, B, a movie theater, C, a roller rink, or D, a video arcade?
Yeah, I actually don't know this movie. Damn
I'm leaning towards movie theater or bowling alley.
Let's
between
go
those
bowling
two.
alley. Bowling alley. Final answer.
Wow,
That's
final
correct.
answer.
It's a bowling alley. That's correct.
Good job.
Your fourth question. Bryan Singer directed which Stephen King adaptation?
Apt pupil. Final answer.
For 2 points.
Good job, Jeremy.
And your final question. In either version of Carrie, what is Mrs. White's terminology to refer to Carrie's breasts?
Dirty pillows. Final answer.
That's correct.
I'm so curious to hear those multiple choice after the match.
I know that would be fun.
Let me guess. Tatas.
They're all religious. They're all religiously worded.
Fun bags.
Oh, yeah.
Headrests.
Yeah, right.
She would never say those things. All right. So with that, you're getting your score up to 17. Traps of Perfection down at 8, but it is their turn to spin. So let's see what they get. You guys ready?
Yep.
As ready as we'll ever be.
And you get a free respin.
Okay.
Hey, spin that again, please.
And you're going to get Scream. Almost Saw, but it's Scream. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
Obviously, I love these movies, but I didn't rewatch them for this. So
yeah, I say respin, but if we get Scream, obviously you're a big fan, so we'll be okay.
I love the movies. I just didn't rewatch them.
Yeah, same. So,
and I know John's out of possible questions with Hunter in the match. So yeah,
I looked at all the pictures and all the backgrounds, so a lot of questions about pictures in the back.
Oh, good job, John.
Lands on Halloween.
All right.
Let's get over to these Halloween questions.
We lost
Hang on a
Henry,
second.
I'm pretty sure.
Let me get Henry back.
Did I drop Henry?
I hope not. I don't know if he hit something.
It does. My webcam does that every so often. It's so stupid. It makes no sense.
We got you back. All right, here we go. Halloween. Your first question. Who directed Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers?
That is Joe Chappelle. I'm pretty confident, Henry, so I'm going to go with it. Joe Chappelle, final answer.
For 2 points.
My favorite.
Your second question.
Pretty good.
What is the first name of the boy Corey is babysitting at the beginning of Halloween Ends?
That's your movie, Henry.
I know. I haven't watched the movie.
Yeah. Would you get it on multiple?
I mean, you don't have a choice, so yeah, multiple.
Okay. Right.
Multiple choice answers. Is it A, Jack, B, Jeremy, C, Jimmy, or D, Johnny?
It's Jeremy.
Okay, I'll trust you.
Jeremy, final answer.
For a point, that's correct.
Okay. Good.
Your third question. Who is the other guest on David Newman's talk show that Dr. Loomis goes on in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2?
That is Weird Al Yankovic.
Sounds right.
Final answer.
That's correct.
I just watched that scene before we went live.
Hey,
that's the one Halloween answer I would certainly know.
Ironically, Al was the least weird thing of that movie.
I was just rewatching it to get the name of the talk show, just in case.
Your penultimate question in Halloween. Who plays Rachel Carruthers in both Halloween 4 and 5?
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
I should know
theory,
this.
This would be you on multiple choice.
Yeah, I got to go to multiple, though. I can't remember her name. Multiple, please.
Yeah. Is it A, Ellie Cornell, B, Kathleen Kinmont, C, Wendy Kaplan, or D, Tamara Glynn?
D didn't sound that too badly.
Tamara's that was the one that stuck out to me.
I read that name somewhere, so maybe.
Yeah, the Tamara D answer.
D final answer.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 1 point steal. Your choices again: A, Ellie Cornell, B, Kathleen Kinmont, C, Wendy Kaplan, or D, Tamara Glynn.
I'm kind of feeling A, Hunter.
I am feeling A as well. Let's go for it.
All right, we'll go A, final answer.
A.
A is correct. Ellie Cornell. That is correct.
Yes.
What score going into our last question?
Last question. You have 13, and the Scream Kings have 18.
Okay.
Your fifth and final question. How does Dr. Sartain die in 2018's Halloween?
Head smashed. Like he boots to the head. Like he crushes his head like he steps on it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Or was it in the car?
No, it was on the sidewalk. It was for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Head smash, final answer.
That's exactly what I have.
Okay. Head smash. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Curb stomped.
He gets like curb stomp, but there's no curb.
Oh, he pulled an Ed Norton,
Yep.
but no curb.
Yeah.
Okay.
So at the end of round 2, Scream Kings 18, Traps of Perfection 15, and we're going to go to everyone's favorite round, especially Pez.
Not bad for having not rewatched a lot of the Halloween movies going into this. So
He'll tell you all about how much he loves this round. Round 3 is the Synopses round. Another wheel's coming in. This team in the lead now has the option if they want to spin the wheel to get their choices first or defer to their opponents. The wheel consists of 5 subcategories of the horror films. Teams going to spin the wheel 3 times to get their categories for their 2-point, 3-point, and 5-point questions. They get to collaborate on all these. Teams get 1 respin during the selection process should they choose to use it. There's no steals this round. Actually, I'm sorry. I have 1 team member answers the 2-point. The other team members answer the 3-point. You collaborate in the 5-point. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Play ends when the team is mathematically eliminated or when all 6 synopses are asked. I won't get into sudden death rules unless we absolutely have to. So let's drop this back. And Jeremy and Hunter, do you want to spin your choices first? Or do you want to let the Traps of Perfection get their spins in?
Jeremy, it's up to you, man.
I guess
I would say spin first.
Yeah, I guess first, just so something good doesn't get taken off.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the categories in the wheel, 1980s, 2020s, animals and nature survival, psychological thrillers, and vampires and werewolves. Here's your 2-point spin. And you guys, you don't have to decide now who takes what. You can decide when it's your turn. So your 2-pointer is going to be the 2020s. Do you want to keep that?
I would say keep it for 2 points.
Yep, we'll keep it.
All right, your 3-pointer is the 1980s. Do you want to keep that?
Yeah, I think so.
You wanna keep that one?
Yeah, I think so, yes.
And your 5-pointer, which you would be able to collaborate on. Also the 1980s. Do you want to keep that?
The 5-point we can't collaborate on. I know you.
Yeah, I have been studying those probably more than the other categories, so I think it's probably
You want to keep it?
I think it's probably a good bet, at least compared to some of the others. All right, we'll keep it.
Pez and Henry, your 2-pointer.
Okay.
Vampires and werewolves. You want to keep that?
Just for clarification, are the values randomized or are they written as a 2-pointer? In theory, obviously, it's subjective.
Oh, it's a 2-point difficulty.
Okay.
Yeah, there's 3 questions in each category of varying difficulty.
Just making sure, just for our.
I'm pretty confident, Henry, we could get a 2-point. Either one of us could get a 2-point vampire or werewolf question. So let's keep it.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I asked.
Your 3-pointer. The 2020s. Do you want to keep that?
I mean, kind of just plot synopsis, guessable. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've seen everything that's been in theaters mainly. You probably have too. So, I mean.
Or we've heard of for plot.
Yeah, heard of. So, yeah, sure. Why not?
And your 5-pointer, you still have 1 respin left.
Which is why we plan this.
Vampires and werewolves again.
Yeah,
let's respin that one.
All right.
Risk it all.
Come on, animals. Fuck.
It's another
animals.
respin.
Come on, animals. Come on, give me my animals. Come on.
It's another respin. We're still going.
Come on, animals.
Right, another 80s. No, I'm just kidding.
The 2020s.
Oh, shit.
You're
Wow,
gonna
that's
get a bunch
funny.
of recent
Doubled
stuff.
up. There's so many 2020s and 80s.
Doubled up, yeah. Holy shit. Hey, Henry, don't forget we got 4 repeats. Let's use them.
Facts.
Okay.
Hey, good luck, gentlemen. This was an awesome match.
Great match.
Great match, guys.
Good luck to you.
Let's see what happens.
All right, so your 2-pointer is going to come in vampires and werewolves. Who's going to take it, Henry or Pez?
So with 3 being 2020s, what's your opinion? Because we have one.
How confident are you on current horror, like 2020s horror?
I'm not a plot synopsis guy. Are you a plot synopsis guy? That's
yeah. I can pull them.
Yeah, I would just say let me take the 2 and fingers crossed, knowing that I might F it up.
Gotcha. Well, it might be a more mainstream one that you'll know, at least from vampires and werewolves. So why don't you take that? As far as older stuff, might be easier. You go ahead.
Okay.
All right, Henry, you're taking the 2 in vampires and werewolves?
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately.
Here we go. Your 2-pointer. A teenager believes that the newcomer in his neighborhood is a vampire. He turns to an actor in a television horror show to help to deal with the undead. Name that movie.
Fright Night.
That is correct.
Yes. I knew. Even though I don't think he's seen it yet, I think he knows that one.
I've seen them both, Brewster.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure. I think the last time we talked, I don't know if you had yet.
All right, Pez, to take the lead, here's your 3-pointer in 2020s. An exiled, anxiety-ridden homebody must battle an alien who's found its way into her house. Name that movie.
I think it's the movie I just watched called No One Will Save You.
No One Will Save You is correct.
Yes. All right. Well, we can go. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it.
You have a 2-point lead, so we're going to go over the Scream Kings for their 2020 movie. Who's going to answer the 2020 question, Hunter or Jeremy?
Jeremy, I can take this one. Yeah.
You got it.
Your 2-pointer in 2020s is this. A crew of oceanic researchers working for a deep-sea drilling company try to get to safety after a mysterious earthquake devastates their deepwater research and drilling facility located at the bottom of the Mariana Trench. Name that movie.
Ooh.
5, 4.
Read the question, please.
That is your second repeat. A crew of oceanic researchers working for a deep-sea drilling company try to get to safety after a mysterious earthquake devastates their deepwater research and drilling facility located at the bottom of the Mariana Trench.
God damn it. I'm not going to get this one, I don't think. Underwater?
That's the plot to Underwater, Hunter.
Fucking yeah. Underwater. Underwater's awesome.
It is really fucking awesome.
The movie's awesome.
We are tied now, but we're going to stick with the Scream Kings. Jeremy, you ready for your 3-pointer in 1980s?
Yes.
All right. A mysterious blonde woman kills one of a psychiatrist's patients and then goes after the high-class call girl who witnessed the murder. Name that movie.
Dressed to Kill.
That is Dressed to Kill. Here's the situation now. We're going to go back over to Traps of Perfection for their 5-pointer. In the 2020s, they
got
can
all 4
collaborate.
repeats, so let's fucking.
They've got all their repeats. They can collaborate.
Okay.
Are you guys ready for this 5-pointer?
Yeah, as ready as we'll ever be. What was the category again? 2020?
This is the 2020s. So
Okay.
something that happened in the last 3 or 4 years.
Gotcha. Okay.
Your 5-pointer. Anne, married to a small town minister, feels her life has been shrinking over the past 30 years. Encountering the master brings her a new sense of power and an appetite to live bolder. However, the change comes with a heavy body count. Name that movie.
The Master.
This is definitely not something I've seen, but so Master. The
Yeah.
Invitation, that's newly married, I'm pretty sure.
4.
Oh, wow, that's early. Repeat.
Repeat.
Or quick extensions, however. Yeah, repeat it.
Well, I want to repeat though. I want to hear the whole
First
thing.
repeat. You got plenty left.
Yeah.
Anne, married to a small town minister, feels her life has been shrinking over the past 30 years. Encountering the master brings her a new sense of power and an appetite to live bolder. However, the change comes with a heavy body count. Name that movie.
Could be a Netflix thing, just because that's.
Yeah, it's got to be a streaming thing. It's just 30 years. It's got to be an older person, like maybe in their 50s or 60s.
5, 4.
Repeat.
Your second repeat. Anne, married to a small town minister, feels her life has been shrinking over the past 30 years. However, encountering the master brings her a new sense of power and an appetite to live bolder. However, the change comes with a heavy body count. Name that.
So the appetite doesn't have to be like that. It could be more of just the urge. That's just the
Yeah.
word. What 2020 film it has an older, empowering female?
It's not that Tilda Swinton Idris Elba movie, is it? The Genie movie? No.
No, that's
Repeat.
not 4.
Repeat.
It's your 3rd out of 4 repeats. 1 repeat left. Anne, married to a small town minister, feels her life has been shrinking over the past 30 years. Encountering the master brings her a new sense of power and an appetite to live bolder. However, the change comes with a heavy body count. Name that movie.
God, it's got to be some streaming
Heavy
thing.
body count, yeah. Anything, regardless of the subgenre, body counts with a female lead.
Yeah, I know.
5, 4, 3.
One last one.
Here's your last repeat. Anne, married to a small town minister, feels her life has been shrinking over the past 30 years. Encountering the master brings her a new sense of power and an appetite to live bolder. However, the change comes with a heavy body count. Name that movie.
So let's think. Netflix, HBO, and Hulu are probably the 3.
Shudder.
5, 4.
I'm not gonna get it.
The Lodge. Final answer.
And your winners, the Scream Kings. Yo, Pez, this is that Phil Brooks, Barbara Crampton joint. Jacob's wife. CM Punk's in this movie.
I've only seen The Girl on the 13th Floor. That's the only Punk movie I've seen.
Jacob's wife is the correct answer. Let me drop the Scream Kings backstage.
Is that Michael Ealy?
I don't think Michael Ealy.
No, that was the Jacob's Ladder remake, the shitty one.
Yeah.
Guys, we're gonna have you back. There's only 8 teams here, so we go through the cycle pretty quick.
Yeah.
But a good show. You made it all to the end. They would have had to answer their 5 if you got that one right. How you guys feeling?
I really wanted my animal category for 5 because I at least can go pretty deep with animal stuff. So I could have pulled even some Italian shit I could have pulled out. So I was kind of hoping with how many respins we had in the end, we would have popped it on the last one. And I could at least throw out a good guess. My one Achilles heel is like streaming horror, unless it's something that's like a lot of people are talking about. It's I'm a theater guy, so if it was something I saw in the theater, I would get it. But my streaming horror is my Achilles heel in this thing.
Yeah, plot synopsis for me in general. Obviously, I'd seen Friday Night, so like I was able, and it being a 2-pointer just helps. But in terms of, for a match where both of their strengths got spun in round 2, I feel like the fact that it went to the 5-pointer either side of the coin just was a testament of me and Pez were able to make it work. And obviously, us being Halloween, semi-Halloween guys, it just kind of worked out that that got picked. But did we pick Halloween? I don't remember now.
No, we ended up spinning it after a and we got it, and which is fine. But I think had we actually spun Saw, we could have gone 2 points on most of them, at least with good guesses, and maybe fought our way back. So
and then only 1 point difference in round 1. Like it was a good match, and it's cliche. I say this a lot of times in good matches. It's well deserved. It's like the best out of 7. I feel like you get a different. Like this goes to 7 in this 2 matchups. So I would love to play them again anytime.
Are you guys feeling good with this kinder, gentler round 2? Like no deep cuts, just stuff you would know.
I thought all the questions were fair because it was a mix of data, some plot, some a little mix of stuff. So
you did a good job.
I think it was fair. Yeah, no, they were all fair.
Literally, it went to the 5. It went to the 5. Like I said, one way or the other for a reason. So.
Every one of my ones has gone to the 5, right? Where I just and again, I don't beat myself up like Henry. If it's a movie I just haven't seen or like I'm not familiar with at all, like I don't beat myself up over like some movie I don't know about. I beat myself up over something I should have known, like if I've seen it or whatever. That's when I beat myself up.
I mean, technically the T, because I knew it was in that vein for the old question, so that's the only one that I technically would quote unquote beat myself up, and then it would be a tie. They would still go first, so it wouldn't have changed anything, but. That's the only difference in the entire match. So overall, I had a blast.
We still had a good time.
We'll have you guys back soon. Henry will actually have you back sooner than you think because we have 4 people debuting, so we're gonna have 2 debut matches. So you'll be debuting in singles probably over the next couple of weeks. Keep it tuned. Any plugs before you go?
Movie Hero Network. You can find me over there. So subscribe. Thank you.
It's peak season for me, so I'm not gonna be doing much YouTube stuff. But Live Confidential Action is my live streaming channel, and then Henry Confidential eventually when I do edited content. So and then follow me on Letterboxd. That's more important.
Right, well, I will drop you guys back. We'll see you soon, and we'll bring in today's winners, the Scream Kings, Hunter and Jeremy. Guys, congratulations. You're moving on to the semifinals. You'll be playing the winner of Hail Paymon, which are Hunter's buddies, the Webb family, and the Black Sheep, which are the gentlemen that live in the Southern Hemisphere, Richie and Malcolm. Any preferences on who you want to face?
Jeremy, you want to start?
I'd like to play Richie and Malcolm. I think those guys are lots of fun, and I think that would just be a fun match. But you probably want to play your buddies, yeah.
Yeah, welcome to Primetime reunion match would be fun. This guy right here killed in round 2. Sorry, I couldn't help as much. Stephen King is not in my wheelhouse, but
hey, we'd be the same thing if we got Scream the other direction. That's why we got each other's backs.
Exactly. Kind of a slip up in round 1 with the Candyman question. I knew what it was. I just forgot the in it.
It happens.
It happens. But overall, man, they played an incredible match. They took it down to the wire. High scoring game, which is all I can ask for. I can't wait to get through this tournament, man.
All right.
Absolutely.
Well, before you guys go, any plugs you want to throw out there for the people?
Jeremy?
Not really. Just find me wherever there's trivia going. I'm playing in a few different leagues. So, that's kind of what I'm doing these days.
And then I'm over at Nerd Entertainment Network where we have Welcome to Primetime, Nerd News, and a lot of other live content. So go check it out.
All right, I'm going to drop you guys back. We'll see you guys back for round 2 before you know it. We're going to wrap this up for the year's out, so we'll definitely see you back at least one more time. All right. If you enjoyed this whole episode, this doubleheader episode, I need you to like. I need you to subscribe. I need you to comment. I need you to share. I need you to tell everybody who wears shirts like this, stop the weird kid in the mall. Tell them about this channel. Do everything you need to do. I did promise Brian Nussbaum I'd give you a breakdown of the bracket here. So you saw the first match here. You saw the Scream Kings win. Moving on to the semifinals, beating Traps to perfection. They're going to play the winner of Hail Paymon, which is Chad and Kerry Webb, versus the Black Sheep, Rich Nemo Goodacre and Malcolm Lay. Other side of the bracket, we got the Skeleton Crew, which is Jacob Cameron and Eric Ibarra Moreno, taking on Never Sober, Sometimes Scary, Luis Boost, the champ, and Anthony Tisdall. The final match are the Cenobites, the former champ, Jeremy Potters and Will Cohen, taking on the loved ones, my co-hosts on Why We Love Horror, Abby and Aaron Brooks. That's the whole tournament. I'm not going to throw a bracket up. Write down what I said. All right. On Monday, John Versus is coming back. Me and Anthony Tisdall talking about Dinosaur Prison. Check that out. Next Thursday, we're talking Thanksgiving on Why We Love Horror. And then next week on Why We Love Horror Trivia, another doubleheader. Anthony Tisdall takes on Dylan Vantine in singles action. And we're going to have the other side of the bracket, the Cenobites, taking on the loved ones. Until next time, we thank you for watching. And this has been Why We Love Horror Trivia.
Game over.
I'll fucking kill you!